All right, so Mr. Beast. The guy's known for like insane generosity, right? Giving away mountains of cash on YouTube. But now he's on the other side of the coin, facing this lawsuit from contestants on his big reality show, Beast Games.
Yeah.
Kind of wild, right?
It's definitely a head scratcher. You have Mr. Beast, who's built this whole image around being like the ultimate good guy. And then you have these accusations of mistreatment and neglect. Doesn't quite add up, does it?
Not really, no. So for anyone who hasn't seen Beast Games, it's this huge competition, over 1,000 contestants all competing in these real-life challenges, and the prize, a cool $5 million.
And we're not just talking about some small-time operation here. Amazon went all in on this, calling it the biggest live game show ever, bigger than anything on regular TV.
Yeah, and Mr. Beast was clearly aiming high with this one. I remember back in March, he tweeted, and I'm quoting here, "Goal is to prove YouTubers and creators can succeed on other platforms." So it was about more than just the money, you know. He wanted to make a statement.
Absolutely. He wanted to show that YouTubers could break into the mainstream, compete with the big dogs. But if these lawsuit allegations are true, it seems like the reality behind the scenes was anything but glamorous.
Yeah, and that's where things get really dicey. Because 5 of the contestants they're staying anonymous for, now they filed this class action lawsuit. And, well, let's just say it's not pretty.
It's pretty heavy stuff. We're talking allegations of contestants being forced to compete in dangerous conditions, not getting enough food or sleep, some even saying they were denied proper medical care. There are even reports of some contestants ending up in the hospital.
And it gets worse, because on top of the physical conditions, the lawsuit also claims there was this really hostile environment, especially for the women. They're talking about feeling disrespected, even sexually harassed.
Yeah, and that really casts a dark cloud over the whole thing. I mean, one of the plaintiffs even said, and this is a direct quote from the lawsuit, while participants knew upon signing the contract, they allege getting a lot more than they bargained for.
So they went in expecting one thing and got hit with, well, something much different and a lot darker, it sounds like. It's a stark contrast to the image Mr. Beast puts out there, that's for sure.
For sure. And it raises the question.
Yeah.
What did Mr. Beast know, and when did he know it?
Exactly. So have Mr. Beast or Amazon responded to any of this yet?
So far, it's been radio silence. Variety reached out for comment, and both Mr. Beast and Amazon declined. Which I guess isn't surprising given the potential legal firestorm here.
Yeah, you don't want to say anything that could be used against you in court, but still, you got to wonder what's going on behind closed doors. What's their strategy for handling this?
Right, because this is about more than just legalities now. It's about public perception. And right now, the court of public opinion is a mixed bag. You have some people saying the contestants are just trying to cash in, looking for their 15 minutes of fame. And then you have others praising them for speaking out, demanding accountability. It's a mess.
Totally. And it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. Will Mr. Beast address the allegations head on? Will he try to settle quietly? Or will he just wait it out and hope it all blows over?
It's a tough call. Because no matter what he does, it's going to have a ripple effect. Not just on his own career, but potentially on the entire influencer industry.
Absolutely. This could be a watershed moment, and it'll be fascinating to see how it all unfolds. It's like he's juggling chainsaws over here. On one hand, this lawsuit, these serious accusations, and what does he do? Drops a new product line. Like it's just another Tuesday. You know, Lunchly.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is coming for your kids' lunch boxes.
It's bold. Got to give him that. While everyone's dissecting this lawsuit, he's over here like, lunchtime. Who wants a juice box? Makes you wonder if it's all strategic or if the timing's just accidentally bad.
Right. Like, did no one on his team say, maybe hold off on the chicken nuggets announcement, boss, because Mr. Beast, love him or hate him, the guy's a business machine.
Oh, for sure. Mr. Beast burgers, that was huge EE. Feastables, those snacks, they're everywhere. Let's not forget the whole Prime Hydration thing, teaming up with Logan Paul and KSI.
Yeah.
That's serious hustle.
Forbes put him at what, like $80 million last year? Something crazy.
Upwards of that, yeah. Top earning creators, he's in that club, for sure. So it's not like he needs Lunchly to pay the bills.
Yeah.
But ambition, that, he's gotten spades, wants to disrupt the kids' lunch market, take on Lunchables directly.
Lunchables, man, that's like childhood institution right there. Bold move, taking them on.
It's a David and Goliath situation almost. Except David here has millions of followers and a track record of turning hype into sales.
True that. But are we really talking disruption here? I checked out the Lunchly website. They've got the pizza, turkey stack M's, Fiesta nachos. Sounds awfully familiar, doesn't it?
It's like they took the Lunchables menu, swapped out a few ingredients, slapped a Mr. Beast logo on it.
Exactly. So where's the innovation? Are these actually healthier, tastier?
Well, the Lunchly site actually has a whole section comparing their stuff to Lunchables. Nutrition, ingredients, the whole 9 yards. They're really leaning into this better-for-you angle.
Interesting. So are they being transparent or just really good at marketing? Because let's be real, MrBeast could sell bottled tap water if he wanted to.
That's the influencer power,
Yeah.
right? The question is, how far does that power go? Can he genuinely compete with established brands, or is this just riding his name recognition as far as it'll go?
And we have to bring up the elephant in the room, the other controversy swirling around MrBeast right now, his former co-host, Ava Chris Tyson.
Yeah, that whole situation definitely throws a wrench into things. For those who haven't heard, Tyson's been accused of some seriously inappropriate behavior, sending messages to underage fans.
Grooming, basically. Which obviously is a whole other can of worms. And it's not directly related to the Beast Games lawsuit, but it does make you question the company he keeps, especially now that he's launching a product targeted at kids.
It's a valid point.
Yeah.
Brands are getting a lot more careful about who they associate with these days. And MrBeast, he's cultivated this very specific image. Fun-loving, family-friendly. This Tyson thing, it puts a dent in that, no question.
So we've got this lawsuit, this new Lunchly thing, and then the whole Ava Chris Tyson situation just kind of explodes on top of it all. Honestly, where do you even begin to unpack all of this?
It's a lot.
Right.
And the timing of it all, I don't know, it's almost Shakespearean, You've got MrBeast, this guy who built an empire on being larger than life, and suddenly he's facing these accusations that strike at the very core of his image. And in the middle of all that, he's putting his name on lunchboxes for kids. It's a choice.
It's definitely a bold move. Some might even call it tone deaf. Like, is he trying to bury bad news under a mountain of Lunchables knockoffs? Or does he genuinely believe this product launch can just transcend all the controversy?
Right. It really makes you think about the line between a carefully crafted persona and, actual human fallibility. Especially when you're operating on a scale like MrBeast.
Yeah,
the bigger they are.
The harder they fall.
Maybe. And it raises a question for us as viewers, right? How much do we hold these creators accountable? Do we expect them to live up to the images they project online? Or do we accept that there's always going to be some degree of dissonance, let's call it?
It's tough because we want to believe in the people we admire, But we also have to acknowledge that nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that's where critical thinking comes in, right? We
Yep.
can't just blindly consume content. We got to engage with it, ask questions, and, sometimes be willing to hold our favorite creators' feet to the fire a little bit.
So after all this, how do you feel about MrBeast? Has this deep dive changed your perspective on him?
Honestly, I'm still processing it all. It's too early to say what the lasting impact of this lawsuit, these controversies, what it'll all mean for him in the long run. But I'll say this. MrBeast is at a turning point. Which way he goes from here, that's going to be fascinating to watch.
For sure. This story's not over yet. But that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride, and a huge thank you to our guests for sharing their insights. Until next time, stay curious.